Everybody wants to look 10 years younger. And that's why in today's session we have Mai-Liis Kivistik, and she is an expert in anti-aging with natural remedies and anti-aging with face yoga. Now, what's so special about Mai-Liis Kivistik is that she's a dedicated advocate for holistic wellness and natural beauty. And she's not only a naturopath, but also the founder of MaiWistik's skincare. She blends herbal remedies and holistic methods to help people feel their best. The first question I have is, tell us about your journey of how you started creating this company and what motivated you to help entrepreneurial women and men to look great with face yoga. Heal Podcast with Lily Patrascu shares longevity and anti-aging techniques to stay young forever, increase energy, overcome addiction, and live your longest, best life ever. Shared by world's most innovative, alternative, and traditional health thought leaders, healers, and doctors. Discover quantum healing strategies to heal your mind, body, and soul.
First of all, thank you for having me, and hello for everybody. My journey started actually with burnout, and from a totally different angle, because my background is event management. I worked in a company called Mindvalley, and we created different events worldwide. But within 3 years, I burned out. So I got the diagnosis, hyperthyroidism. And at that time, I was about 26. And my doctor told me, now you need to take medicine for the rest of your life. And for me, it seemed strange because I have never taken strong medicine before, because my mom was holistic, my grandma was holistic, we always used some herbs, etc. So I started to look around. Also because at that time, I was already a yoga teacher. And everybody who practices yoga knows that if you start doing it seriously, your body starts to tell you, we don't like sweets anymore, we don't like coffee anymore, no alcohol. And then I got to the point where my body said no meat. But I live in Estonia. We have 4 seasons, which means I really don't believe you can live without meat here. So I turned to the herbs to see what can I do to support my body more. And in this herbal medicine, usually the first herb that you see everywhere, it has a message to you. And my first companion was celandine. I don't know if it grows everywhere in the world, but it is known as weed that has orange juice, and you put it on your warts or some skin issues, and then it helps to heal. And it feels so strange for me, like I can't make tea out of that or eat it as a salad. What's up with that? But the message there was that it's actually natural iodine. So my body was lacking in iodine because of my condition. So it was logical that I put it into the ointment, because the juice is a bit of toxic. And if you use it all the time on your skin, it can burn. But if you put it inside beeswax or shea butter or some oils, it's softer. And at the same time, one of my friends actually asked me to do something for her skin, because she has psoriasis, 15 plus years, and she had tried different chemical versions, what can help, chemical remedies. And for me, this was super exciting, because I did my first ointment for me and actually for her. And she got results with 1.5 weeks, which was a green light for me looking deeper to the herbs and herbal remedies. And to combine these two, skincare and yoga was logical, because regular yoga works only with your body muscles. But if we look into face yoga, people don't end up here. We have muscles in the face, and often we don't even think about it. We have 50 plus muscles in the face area. And if we don't train them, of course, until the age of 40, nothing bad really happens, because we still have this body that produces enough collagen, elastin, muscles are good. But after 40, it can happen even 50 and forward. It depends a bit of genetics as well. But the middle point is 40. After that, bone density, muscle density starts to decrease. then collagen, elastin starts to decrease. And if we don't do anything, face muscles, facial massages, food supplements, then the results are that our face starts to sag. We might have dark under eyes, we might have saggy upper eyelids. The most biggest problem might be cheeks. They are coming down here, and we see some extra skin here, or double chin, right? And somehow we think it's normal. Actually, it's not normal. You can prevent it if you start before the age of 40, but I have been working in this area 5+ years, and I
cannot hear, sorry. I cannot hear.
Let's see. I can tell you all the time that prevent things, but usually
I cannot hear again.
Let's see, maybe there was some mic error. Let's switch them.
Yes.
That people often don't want to prevent because there's not the big issue. But again, if you are 40 or 50 and you have the problem, then you want to do something to reduce the issue. And that's why with face yoga, usually we start after 40. But it's still good. We can do different things. The older you are, the longer time it takes because your muscles are already lived in this body for that long. But it's super beneficial, even if you start at the age of 80, for your lymphatic system, for your blood flow, for your skin tone. Even if it's harder to build a muscle, you can still do a lot for the face. So yeah, that's a long story short.
Okay, very good. Now, for example, I haven't been using almost any cream until I would say a few months ago, because I have very greasy skin. Okay. And I haven't been using like gua sha or, any sort of like tools to kind of, help with my lymphatic drainage on my face. So I wonder, I now started to use a little bit of cream and, I'm using a little bit of gua sha, but I wonder, what do you suggest entrepreneurial women do to make sure that once they turn 40 or pretty much like any age, what measures can they take to look as young as you do, at least?
Well, I know that everybody is always in a hurry. So the first thing I suggest is book in your calendar this 10 to 15 minutes for your time. It can be in the morning, it can be afternoon or after dinner, whichever time you prefer. Lock the bathroom door and then put cream on your face or face oil. Again, preferences are different. Or if you do it in the evening, then you clean your face. These are the steps that we do anyway. And as you said, use gua sha or face roller. Because with gua sha, if you haven't learned the good techniques, it can hurt you if you do it wrong. With face rollers, it's easier because even if you do it wrong way, let's say that, nothing happens. But with gua sha, you can make bruises for your skin if you scrub it too much or a bit wrong way, right? So make sure you know how to use it. But with both, with gua sha or face roller, it takes only 5 minutes to actually do this face massage for you. And again, it moves your lymphatic system, which means all the toxins that are under your skin or in your body, they move to the lymphatic nodes that are outside our face. And that's why easier to remove from your body. And less pimples. If you have some acne issues, it can still appear after 40 because of our eating habits like sugar, salt, different adjectives, and stress as well. So that's why gua sha and face roller are good. They help the lymphatic liquid to move. But also I would add some exercises there. It can be only one exercise a day. Again, face yoga doesn't have to take long. Let's say you put your cream on your face, it takes 1 minute. Then you do this gua sha or face roller massage, 5 minutes. And then maybe an eye exercise. Like the easiest one is to just put your hand on your forehead, not to move your forehead, and then bring your eyes as big as you can. This is super beneficial for the circular eye muscle to prevent sagging and also darker eyelids, right? Just 5 seconds, keep it as wide as you can, and then release. And do it 3 times. Again, 1 minute max. So we are up to 8 minutes at this point. And then if you need to do makeup, you still have some time. If you have a bit more time, the older we are, the more we should use face scrub as well to help to remove old skins or skin cells. So let's say up to 40, it should be 1 time per week. If you're over 40, at least 3 times. And try to see that the pieces of the scrubber are not that big. Maybe sugar, because this is so tiny. Or if you prefer salt, be sure it's the smallest granula, right? Because our skin in the face, it's 10 times thinner than all over the rest of the body. So we need to take good care of it. But basically, you can do your morning ritual with 10 minutes and you already see the results. It doesn't have to take long. I think the biggest issue is that why we think we don't have time is that we believe it takes ages. Because if we go to a spa, facial treatments usually take 40 minutes or 1 hour. But if you do it home every day, you can get by with 10 minutes a day.
Thank you. What procedures should entrepreneurial women take to prevent saggy?
Good question. Well, first, make sure you know good face exercises that you can do, let's say, in the busy day when you're sitting in the car, driving from one place to another place. What can you do there? Let's say you want to keep your cheek muscles trained. Easiest thing is to just pull your cheeks in and smile up to engage the upper muscles of your cheek. I will show you. And then hold it 5 seconds, right? And then release. Or if this is too much, one good trick is to hold a small smile throughout your day. It doesn't have to be like this, no. Lips can be just together and only tiny movement here. Basically, you can't even see it, but you feel it. It's like smiling with your back teeth, so you engage the muscles. This is the training part. Now, other part is releasing overworking muscles. A lot of people tend to overwork with forehead when they speak, for example. Like they speak like this, and then they have a lot of lines here. This requires face massage. Either you can do it home, again with gua sha, but at the salon, it's easiest. You can release your stress as well, and then you get the massage. Usually all these spa procedures, they are meant to reduce muscle tension, but they don't build muscles. So you need to also train with different exercises, different face muscles, basically. And one super good face massage that is, I know, popular in the States, now it's getting to Europe as well, is buccal deep tissue massage, which means that it's inside your mouth and you see the results after the first session. Seriously, all the face oval moves up because the liquids are moving, toxins are moving, and the muscles are tensed as well. So if you haven't tried it yet, I really recommend it, but be aware that it can also be therapeutic, because in this area, we tend to keep our emotions as well. And if you haven't worked with your emotions, it might feel that if something is moved here, you can start crying just because some old emotions are released. But it's, again, super beneficial, so I recommend you to try it.
Wow, that is so fascinating. Now, I have, for example, a wrinkle here. Okay, I don't always have it, but it depends on which angle you're looking at, because I've had a lot of headaches for a long time, for the last, I would say, at least 5-10 years. So I wonder what kind of exercise would entrepreneurs that have, this kind of like wrinkles that are kind of going upwards type thing.
That's an excellent question, because this is the first line that people start to think like, I need to get rid of it. So the easiest option is just to use your fingers and maybe even put some oil under so it's even smoother. Start to press here and then walk towards your eyebrow and over your eyebrow, because this is the frontalis muscle connective point. So we need to take the tension off. And then with the other hand, that side. And you can do it 5 to 10 times. You can do it when you're writing an email, for example, need to think for a moment. Or if you watch some podcasts, super easy to do. But there's an other side as well that a lot of people don't tell you. But I love it because as a yoga teacher first, it's so logical. The tension that appears here actually comes from your shoulders. So if you have points here that are painful, that means tension is here. First, you need to go to the full body massage or use the machine that has these things on top that actually move on your shoulders to take the tension off. Because the muscles from the neck come over your head to the front. And if the tension is here, it comes out here. So they are together. Release here and release here. Then you get the best results. And actually, you can get the results with 4 to 5 days if you work on both sides.
Wow, that's so fascinating. What about for entrepreneurs that have wrinkles just under their eyes? For example, like I think they're called crow's feet or something?
Yeah, that's also 2 problems here. They don't have time to actually use proper face care because I said that face skin is 10 times thinner than our body, but around the eye, it's even more thinner than the rest of the face, which means if you don't use eye cream, or you can even use the same cream that you use on your face around the eye to moisturize it. Otherwise, if you don't moisture outside, maybe you don't have time to drink water throughout the day. We are busy, right? So the first thing when you see the wrinkles, it appears here. And then, of course, our face expressions. When we drive a car, for example, and it's a sunny day, we start to do it like this. And then the lines appear. So it's a bit of training that always wear your sunglasses if you ride a car, because you can't think of your face muscles when you're in traffic, right? And also moisturize. And yes, there are exercises. You can put cream here and then just use your index finger and thumb and apply pressure. And then again, the same thing. Bring your eyes as big as you can and then squint as much as you can. Again, eyes as big as you can and then squint. And it can be, again, 5 seconds. It doesn't have to be 1 minute or 2 minutes. 5 seconds, enough. And actually, if you do it correctly, you already feel how there is tension, the muscle is working, which means less lines here as well.
Thank you. What about the wrinkles around the mouth? You know, the ones that kind of like frame the mouth like a parenthesis. How do you fix those?
That is the most difficult part, I would say, because if you like to smile, and I always believe that we are humans first and we are in this planet to enjoy life. And if you like to smile, you have these lines. No matter what you do, they appear. But you can raise the bottom of the wrinkle so it's less noticeable. And for that, there are 2 options. You can just close your mouth and use your tongue. Just do some circles inside your mouth like this and move fully to the bottom of the line and back up. But as I mentioned, this buccal tissue massage, I see that it's better results with if you use your fingers. I know some people are afraid or they don't like it. It's up to you. But you can also do the way that you put your thumb inside your mouth and index finger opposite to it, and then do some small circles like this. Simply because you can get the better grip. It's stronger. And these are the lines that are coming from the mimics. So if we reduce this tension that appears here, it's less noticeable because the bottom of the wrinkle moves up.
Thank you. What about for people that have sort of like saggy cheeks? What can they do? Is it still a matter of using a cream and gua sha with uplifting movements towards the top in order to make sure that they reduce that look of saggy cheeks?
Yes, one way, of course, is still the uplifting massage with gua sha, because sometimes it's also more visible if there's too much lymphatic liquid. But again, this area is really not possible to train with massage. You need to engage the muscles. For example, the same exercise that I showed you, that you pull your cheeks in and smile with this part here. Not with this eye muscle here, but only with these muscles, upper cheek muscles.
Okay.
Yeah.
is what entrepreneurs should do. Okay, what about entrepreneurs who have wrinkles on their neck? So, for example, I noticed that as time goes by, I keep getting these lines that are like horizontal lines that are probably like marking my age. So now everyone knows my age, even if, you know, they may not know necessarily my age from my face, they definitely know it from my neck because, of course, I never put cream on my neck. So I wonder, is there any like gua sha or cream or other, I don't know, supplements to ensure that the wrinkles on the neck don't give away your age?
That is a good question again, because yes, we take care of our face more than our body. And I would always say that everybody should use body oil. After taking a shower, you need to use it because if you like warm water, this means that your pores are open. And if you step out, everything that is surrounding us, toxins in the air, every chemical in the workplace or at your home, comes inside your pores, comes directly inside your body. But if you use body oil, it closes the pores, it feeds your cells, it helps to remain in your skin and protect it, whatever happens outside. If it's sunlight, if it's toxins, if it's even rain or thunder, whatever, you need to support your skin. And the neck as well, because like you said, it's visible, right? And why the lines happen here, there's mainly two reasons. One is that we use a lot of smartphones and we look down, and that's why there's lines, right? And the second thing is that we don't sleep on our back. If we sleep on the side or worse on the stomach, it's again putting the neck in the wrong position. And usually, even if you are an entrepreneur, you still hopefully get 6 hours sleep per night at least, which means 6 hours you are in the wrong position, right? And then if you do this 5-minute exercise routine, doesn't work as well as I would hope, right? So change the sleeping pattern, at least to the sideways if you are a stomach sleeper. But I would really recommend to try to teach yourself to sleep on the back. Find the correct pillow that is orthopedic and supports your head. And you see it actually helps with full your face. Because if you sleep on the stomach or on the side, the pillow is here, making wrinkles, right? But if it's in the back, everything is pulled back. So already you have an advantage, preventing any other line that can happen, right? And if you moisturize your skin, there's less visible lines here. And if you do neck exercises, easiest ones everybody knows, like try to stretch one side, other side, front, back. It's already good.
Thank you. What about cleavage wrinkles?
Well, that's the hard one, but it's also kind of related with the same topics. The sleeping position, the moisturizing parts. Because no matter that a lot of people have heard that body oils are good, because one layer of our skin is sebum, which means fat. And if you put body oil on it, it's like you are supporting your own system. It's not taking anything away, it's putting it there. It's the same with if we have too oily skin or too dry skin, we actually need to use oil to balance it out, right? And somehow the hardest thing is to teach people to use the body oil after you're taking a shower, because we are in a hurry. But if you use hemp seed oil or grapeseed oil, then this absorbs with like 1 to 2 minutes. So you don't have to stay really long time and try to somehow dry your skin if you use like olive oil or avocado oil, because these oils doesn't absorb that fast. But if you use grapeseed or hemp seed oil, then you see that it absorbs fast, your skin is super smooth after, and the wrinkles are less visible.
Thank you. Are there any particular types of oils that you recommend aside from the ones that you just mentioned?
Yes. I think the biggest thing that you need to see on the label or ask the brand you want to use, like write to them on the info email, it should be first press oils, like extra virgin oils, because then everything that comes from the nature is still inside. What cosmetics industry actually does is that they use already second pressed or third pressed oils, because then you can remove the natural smell. You can add your own smell, essential oils or whatever you like, because customers like different smells. But you need to know that if you have already second pressed oil, it's already worked with heat, which means there's not so many good beneficial ingredients left. And then another thing to see is that different oils have different molecules. And that's why some people say they love coconut oil, for example. And other people say, this is awful, it clogs pores. And then listen to both sides and think, who is right? But the thing is that they're both right. They are so different. Some people like smaller molecule oils, like olive oil, for example. Usually this fits for everybody. But again, if you have dry skin, then you can try bigger molecule oils like coconut or avocado. And if you are having super oily skin, then you should try hemp seed or grapeseed oil, because they have smaller molecules, absorbs faster, and it doesn't give you like this feeling that you have next or extra layer on your body and it sticks everywhere, right? It has to be a bit of testing, but everybody will find eventually the one oil that suits for them.
Thank you. What about supplements? What do you recommend so entrepreneurs can maintain a rejuvenated look?
Yes, well, I always recommend the vitamin D and vitamin C, but I hope that vitamin C is possible to get with food. And then collagen. Of course, entrepreneurs are busy, that I totally get, but I still have to say that bone broth is the best source for collagen. Whether you cook it yourself or maybe you can purchase it somewhere, it's the easiest and most natural way to give your body every day the best quality and the best dosage of collagen.
Okay, very good. That was such an interesting, fascinating interview, and I'm so grateful for that. Can you tell us where entrepreneurs can find you?
Absolutely. Website is MaiWistik.eu. You can see it on my shirt as well. And you can just write to me if you wish to book face yoga session one-on-one, or you have any other question about exercises or skincare. I'm more than happy to help you out.
Follow me for more interviews with world's most innovative health change makers to live your healthiest life ever.